thesis, which is why a lot of y'all got like 1s and 2s. You didn't get the evidence and the explanation for it. So I'm going to briefly model to you all how to explain your evidence and connect it to your thesis. So while I am modeling on the back of that paper, I want y'all to write down the steps I take. So Rohan, while I'm modeling, what are you doing? Writing what?
What you do?
Huh?
The steps.
Thank you. And you're writing down the steps. So, step number 1, you need to revisit your thesis and your evidence. Great, I see my people in the front writing. 1, revisit your thesis and evidence. So, let's look back at our mock exam prompt. So, the prompt said to choose either Congress or the Supreme Court and present an argument for why your choice is most responsible for advancing the principle of equality of opportunity in the United States. So my thesis is Congress was the most responsible because it has the most power to change laws in the political system. Now the piece of evidence that was on the list was the 14th Amendment. So my evidence is the 14th Amendment, which was passed by Congress, guarantees equality under the law. The 14th states that all laws of government must ensure each individual is equally protected by the law regardless of race, sex, or origin. So I need to ask myself, well, how does this piece of evidence show that Congress is the most responsible for advancing the principle of equality of opportunity? So step 2, I'm going to explain how the evidence connects to the thesis. Here, are you writing? Explain how the evidence connects to the thesis. Now, how am I going to do that? I'm going to use words from my thesis and my explanation. So I'm going to use words from my thesis and my explanation.
The same words?
Not the same words. So the 14th Amendment highlights how Congress is the most responsible. Boom, here's words from my thesis right here. Now let me explain. Because that's letting me know that I'm answering how or why. Because Congress passed this amendment and therefore granted this right to the people once it was ratified. So that's my explanation. Now I'm gonna go above and beyond because I want to get a 4 on the AP exam. So step 3. Explain why does this matter? Step 3, why does this matter? So why does this piece of evidence right here, why does the 14th Amendment matter? Why does Congress passing this matter? Because as a result of Congress ratifying this amendment, Congress opened the door for other pieces of legislation and civil rights protections to be instilled. Boom. That's how you explain. Solid explanation.
Did you state this matters?
Wait 1 second. So now I want y'all to turn and talk to the people around you or the person next to you and go over my steps, share my steps, make sure that y'all all have the 3 steps down. So person that is the youngest is gonna talk first. So 1 minute.
Do we say this matters because, or we don't say this?
You don't have to say this matters because it's like a different transition. So like as a result of this happening, this happens. So like this happened because what was it? Like or you can say like the overall impact of this was like that makes sense. So
This is a good example of a thesis in your opinion. So not say this matters.
Yeah.
It sounds like you want me to say like
all Alright, so let's bring it back. Let me get all y'all back up here real quick. And let's see who is listening. So, Lana, what was step one?
Step one is to revisit your thesis and evidence.
Yep, revisit my thesis and my evidence. Deshelle, what was step two?
Explain how the evidence connects to the thesis and use words from the thesis in the explanation.
Perfect. And what was my step three, Torrance?
Why does evidence matter?
Why does this matter? Great. So now let's go in and explain. So flip back over to your essay. And I want y'all to use the rest of the class period. You have 7 minutes to silently finish out your essay. So go in and write your explanations using those 3 steps on the back of your paper.
Alright, hold on, go back.